So, you're probably wondering how your property's assessed value is calculated. Well, property values are updated every 4 years through a process called reassessment. The next reassessment will take place in 2021. The reassessment notice you'll receive reflects your property's market value based on sales. And that market value is as of January 1st, 2019. This is sometimes called the base date. It's important to note that any economic impact COVID-19 may or may not have on market values will not be reflected in your property's 2021 reassessed value. Your property's assessed value takes into consideration a variety of things, like your property's location, living area, age, and improvements you may have made. Your property's assessed value is used to determine the amount of property tax you must pay. However, it's only one part of the equation. To help understand reassessment, it's also important for us to explain a term called the mill rate. The City of Saskatoon's mill rate is calculated by first identifying how much property tax revenue is needed for the city's budget. The amount of tax revenue required is then divided by the taxable assessment. So, let's say the total value of 70,000 properties is about $38 billion, and the city needs $255 million in property tax revenue for its budget. That results in a mill rate of 6.71. Now, let's say after reassessment, the total value of properties changes to only $36 billion, but all the other factors remain the same. Then the mill rate changes to 7.08. This mill rate is then applied, along with other tax tools approved by Council, to your 2021 property assessment value. So, what does this mean? Well, if your taxable assessment was $370,000, we apply the mill rate times the mill rate factor to find the amount of property tax you owe. In this case, your municipal tax levy would be about $2,442. It is important to remember, though, that the amount of property tax you pay will not always directly correlate with the increase or decrease in property value you may see. The mill rate is revenue neutral, meaning it doesn't collect any more or less revenue for the city. Individual property tax may increase or decrease if your property's assessment changed more than the rest of the city on average. So, to recap, your property's assessment provides us with an estimate of what your property was worth as of January 1st, 2019. Applying the mill rate to your assessed property value then determines your property taxes for that year. Property tax helps support our great quality of life in Saskatoon and the civic services we count on: police and fire protection, waste management and recycling, roadway maintenance, our water systems, parks and leisure facilities, and so much more. All of these pieces work together to help provide the City of Saskatoon with the funds necessary to deliver the core services we all rely on, those that make Saskatoon a great place to live, work, learn, and play every day. Visit saskatoon.ca/tax tool and enter your address in the Property Assessment and Tax Tool to view info on your property, market area information, and more. Have questions? We're here to help.